While Riverside has been a national leader for a number of years in resident wellness, it has never become more apparent than now how important this is for our house staff. As physicians, we have what at times seem to be an insurmountable amount of responsibility and pressures on our daily lives. That being said, I think it's really important for us to find healthy ways for us to deal with those inherent stressors. We have a number of wellness initiatives at Riverside that are meant for people to develop healthy ways to deal with those stresses throughout the course of the year. These include a reflective group for our preliminary medicine and transitional year residents to deal with the fundamental stressors of being in a 1-year program. We have regular check-ins with the Mayo Wellbeing Index. We have built-in days off so that you can deal with your own wellness for going to the doctor or dentist, etc. We do have resiliency rounds at the end of your ICU rotation so you can decompress on one of your more stressful rotations. We have free coffee and snacks in medical education. There are frequently resident happy hours that are held off campus on a weekly basis. We've also initiated proactive meetings with our health and wellness department so that you can meet with one of our physicians or nurse practitioners and have a conduit if you deal with any stresses through the course of the year. And finally, we have a mentorship program which involves a number of physicians who are well positioned in their career. And while they may not be in the same specialty that you're going into, they are people that have your success at the forefront of their minds. While you will absolutely have an incredible amount of expansion of your medical knowledge throughout the course of next year, that is all that is necessary in becoming a successful physician. Having professional growth along with this, as we all learn how to navigate the healthcare system, is a really important part of your residency, and Riverside's committed to make you successful in this as well. While this is not an all-inclusive list, there are a number of things that we do at Riverside to help with your professional development. We will begin the year with a self-assessment so we can learn what kind of learning style you have. Each of your rotations will begin with competency-based goals and objectives, and you'll have confidential electronic evaluations that are based off of ACDME milestones and are meant to identify strengths and opportunities for improvement. More importantly, the expectation should be that you are getting verbal feedback on each of those rotations. We will do these in a 360 format, meaning that you will be evaluated by your resident and by your attending, but you also have the opportunity to evaluate your resident and your attending and the rotation. It is my belief that both giving and receiving feedback is an essential part of residency. I am sure that you've had the experience during medical school where somebody is told that you were a good team player and that you just need to keep reading. In my mind, that's not an evaluation. We have an obligation to tell you the tough things that you need to do better. And if I can't give you something that is actionable that you can take onto your next rotation, I haven't done my job as an evaluator. Our clinical competency committee will meet on a biannual, semi-annual basis, and I will meet with you twice per year as well. And during that time, I will have an opportunity to talk to you about the things that you're doing well and the things that you can improve on. But my expectation is that we're going to talk about the things that the program's doing well and the things that we can improve on so that we can make the best program possible moving forward. Aside from individual feedback, we will also have business meetings on a monthly basis to discuss any curricular changes. We have a GME shared governance, which is a voluntary basis but does several important things. One is that they will do social events between the different programs so that we can increase that sense of camaraderie between our different specialties. We also do a number of service events through the course of the year, including things like food drives, clothing drives, a race for the cure. And finally, they will work on things that are important across all specialties. For example, a few years ago, we worked on improving the efficacy of our evaluations. We've also utilized this committee to improve our wellness activities across the programs. The bottom line is that this is something that's run by the residents and is for the residents, and where we will be there as support as faculty. It is something that we want complete ownership by the residents on. In addition, we have Chief Resident Share Governance, which is an elected position. There'll be 2 interns from preliminary medicine, 2 from transitional year, and 2 from each of our categorical medicine years, so they can meet with the chiefs and discuss any rotation or curricular issues that may come about. And finally, we have a class representative for our program evaluation committee that will meet every year. I should mention that you will have a few opportunities to formally evaluate the program. One is an internal survey that we do, one is from the ACGME survey, but I will solicit information from our residents when we meet every 6 months. The reason I do that is partially altruistic because I want people to have the best rotation and best experience possible. But some of it is self-serving because I want people to go out and tell people they had a great rotation and a great experience at Riverside so that we're able to get another great group of residents the following year. I feel lucky to have worked at Riverside for the last 15 years, and I feel honored to be the program director for our preliminary and transitional programs for the last 5. While I regret not being able to show you Riverside in person or to meet you in person, I truly believe that Riverside is a special place, and I hope this presentation has given you a feel for that as well.